We are all set for one heck of a big match here. This is the semi-main event tonight on this card. And we've got the United States welterweight amateur kickboxing champion, Danny Slade from Albuquerque, New Mexico, taking on the challenge of a very fierce, a man of high reputation, Tim Knudsen from Denver, Colorado. This should be good. The United States title is not on the line, but a win over Danny Slade would really be a feather in the cap of Tim Knudsen from Denver, and we're underway, round one. You're watching the 8-count boxing hour. Danny Slade in the green trunks with the blue trim, trained by Mike Winklejohn, the world champion. And Tim Knudsen in the black trunks with the red trim. And now you see Slade going to work, opening up, getting offensive right off the bat. And there's a spinning kick from Danny Slade. Danny Slade is always involved in very action-packed bouts. I mean, this guy, he is really an action fighter. He's offensive, he's slick and tricky, and he's just plain tough. That's why he holds the United States Amateur Kickboxing Champion in this division. Tim Knudsen, I have not seen him in action, but the cornermen and the fans that came down from Denver were telling me that this guy is, well, they expect that he's going to defeat Slade. We'll see. That would be a tough assignment for him to come down to Albuquerque and beat Danny Slade, but we'll see right now. You see him now flashing some kicks, but not scoring on Danny Slade. And now Slade comes in with some leg kicks, and he has Knudsen hip and hopping. Front kick by Knudsen, pushing Slade away from him. Tim Knudsen just using a very basic straight front kick. It's been effective. Slade is not trying to avoid it. He's coming right in. And now he comes in behind a left hand, a jab.
Go, Danny!
As we said earlier, Danny Slade trained by the world champion Mike Winklejohn. And that ends the first round. So a good round. I think Slade had the edge in that round. Knudsen not doing a lot on offense. And Slade just doing a little bit more, just enough, in my opinion, to win the round, but that's unofficial, of course, as we look into the corner of Danny Slade. Amateur kickboxing coming to you from the Albuquerque Indoor Sports Complex. A nice crowd on hand. I'll tell you what, the people have been just having a great time tonight here. Nice facility for boxing events. I hope they'll bring more to town here. Mike Winklejohn, the promoter of this event. And I'd like to thank Mike for inviting us down to bring the camera down and put this on for you here on Channel 27. So we're about ready to go, and there's the bell. Round 2 is underway. Danny Slade, Tim Knudsen, amateur kickboxing tonight on the 8-count boxing hour. You see Knudsen, he's just poking with that foot, and Slade just goes to work and nails him with a leg kick. And now Danny Slade lets his hands fly, and you can see and there's Tim Knudsen now opening up, exploding with some punches. And I think that kind of woke Slade up. Slade was having his way, but then Knudsen just explodes on him with some good punching. And you can see the explosive punching power of Tim Knudsen from Denver. And now Slade coming forward with an aggressive assault here, getting Knudsen into the corner and working him over. Now he lands a right, left, right, comes back with a leg kick, another leg kick, an uppercut left hand. A good series there from the U.S. amateur welter champion, Danny Slade. Slade is just a strong kid. I mean, this guy will come right at you. But he's there to be hit sometimes. He needs maybe to work on his defense a little bit, but not in this match. So far, he's handling Tim Knudsen pretty well, in my opinion. I was asking some of the folks at ringside their opinions, and they were saying about the only thing that Slade can tune up on is his defense. Other than that, they unanimously thought, and he gets caught with a left hand there and fires back. And there's an uppercut from Knudsen and a right hand from Knudsen. He has fast hands. I'm surprised he's not showing more of that. The fans at ringside I was talking to were mostly saying that Danny Slade had the complete package. The only thing he needs to tune up was his defense, but even that so far, I mean, what can you do against a guy with flashy fast hands like Knudsen but fire back? And that ends the second round. So 2 in the books, 1 to go. A good matchup. Wow, Tim Knudsen's flashed some good hand speed there in that second round. And we look into the corner of Denver's Tim Knudsen. So he's standing up pretty well against the U.S. amateur champion, Danny Slade. And we look into the corner of Slade now. So far, so good for Slade, in my opinion. He had a good first round. Second round, a little more even. Knudsen started to close the gap there. We'll see what happens here in this third and final round. Okay, the call for seconds out. We are about ready for round 3. And round 3 is underway. This will decide it right here. Danny Slade in the green trunks. Tim Knudsen in the black trunks with the red trim and the yellow wording across the front. Continuing to hold control. There's a spinning back fist attempt by Knudsen. It does not land. Slade has held control in this match, though. It seems like when he wants to get offensive and push the button, that's when things happen. So ring generalship definitely going to Slade so far in this one. There's a right hand by Slade. And now a spinning kick attempted by Knudsen. And the front kick coming up short. Now Slade comes in swinging. And there's a right hand from Slade and a left that lands. And he's got Knudsen stepping away. There's a leg kick from Danny Slade. And Slade has had no trouble in finding Knudsen with his punching power and kicks. And now you see Slade again with Knudsen, he was back on the ropes, but Tim gets nailed with a right hand from Slade, a straight right that caught him. And Danny Slade again with a right hand. And that will end this one. This one goes the distance, 3 rounds. And it's in the hands of the 3 judges.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner by unanimous decision. Fighting out of the blue corner.
Okay, so it's Danny Slade with a unanimous decision. We agree with that. He seemed to have control and held control, did the better scoring. Good all-around performance by the U.S. welterweight amateur champion, Danny Slade. Thanks for joining us tonight on the 8 Count Boxing Hour.